I'd go one day.
Holy fuck, dude, this
That's
is
what I'm saying.
nuts!
All of the revenue from PS4 went to being able to be on here. Oh, we're going. See what is trash. That's so fucking toxic.
I don't know what that was, Chief. Don't please, I'm gonna definitely, because I don't want you to ruin the drop if you screech. Ooh. Hey. That was a shitty drop.
That was a shitty drop. Job good. I don't see any download
The
yet.
killer of Fortnite.
Fortnite hype died in my school.
I hate Fortnite.
I mean, because
so much.
they took the H1 route.
Welcome back to E3.
Oh,
on
let's
Twitch,
go.
powered
Let's
by
go, let's go, let's
Totino's
go.
Pizza Rolls. You're here on day
Who the
one. It's a
fuck is
conference day,
that?
but we've taken this break and we've got
Let's
a
game
lot
Death
of special
Carter.
guests coming in here, and we thank each and every one of them for making the trek over. And today we've got Terrence He from H1Z1, your producer on the game, joining us.
Thank you. Very excited to be here. for sure.
Awesome. So
He's a
you've
new
had
one.
a kind
He's a new
of
guy.
exciting period recently. Of course, you know.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
A lot happening on the
Oh,
PC
yes.
side.
Yes, yes,
yes. But on the console side, you've had a PS4 release.
Yep. We just came out of open beta a couple of weeks ago, and honestly, the reception has just been phenomenal. The numbers were just incredible for us. I think we hit in first 24 hours like 1 million downloads, 1 million players, and I think we're over 8.5 million already.
Congratulations.
Oh,
That's
thanks.
great.
Yeah, and the PlayStation blog just said that for the month of May, we are #1 download.
Awesome.
So that's really, really exciting news for us. For
And
sure.
I just have to ask, because both a PC and a
Wait.
console player, but sometimes
going straight
each
in.
community wants something a little
Oh,
bit
sure.
different. Is that a interesting and fun world to tackle there?
Yeah, and
Look at
it's
that.
true.
Rainbow
We
Unicorn
we knew that
AR
when
on
we made
Z1.
The PC version, the console version rather, that we had to make it specifically for that market. 'cause
Right.
It's, the certain controls don't translate very well, right? So on the console, what we ended up doing is we ended up cutting out a lot of the things that we.
Yeah, this is the first shit we've ever
We
seen,
got
dude.
rid of crafting.
Oh,
and then we got rid
shit.
of,
Look
like,
at the map. Look at the
inventory.
mini
So,
map.
We haven't seen-
instead
we
of
haven't seen
inventory
anything,
management,
bro.
You just used your.
This is-
keypad
this
to
is like-
select
dude, I'm-
quick
oh
items.
my-
Like a medical kit or
Sure.
first aid, and then in addition, we've given you a weapon wheel. That's obviously much
colors
more.
are
Oh, that
than you
truck's
expect
still at the
from
back.
recruiters these days.
Have you gotten any response
That's
from
not a
PC
truck,
players who
but-
played on console and been like, wow, you
Yeah.
like
That's
really figured
exactly
it
where
out?
it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, and a lot of them are asking for some of the features that we've put on the console
course.
that aren't there on the PC side. So, like the console side, we actually have 6 new.
They
weapons.
have to be dropping it
And
on
that's,
test.
that matters
It
a
just
lot
make
because one of the
perfect
things
sense
that
to
we
me.
did on the console is we actually have
Dude!
progression.
Oh my god!
That we don't really do on the PC side. And
Interesting.
so we've really tried to, we're
Mean
really hearing
Queen.
players asking for those same weapons to come on over to the PC side. So they're separate teams, and so
Sure.
both teams are kind of looking at like, well, how do they learn from each other at this point?
Right.
Yeah.
So one of the
I
things
know.
that you came here to talk to us about
You better
was
not
some
have
new
this-
H1Z1.
There better not be any fog
Oh
though.
shit, you might see me in the
for
kill
PC
feed.
side?
Yeah.
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 So the big thing coming up real soon.
I'm
for the
Ricky
PC
Bobby.
side is we're actually releasing what
Psych.
we call our remastered Z1, and this has been a real labor of love both for the
Not-
team and the community.
not in solos.
This is
Z1
new.
what
I
we
like
call
this,
the
like,
first map that came
new
out.
little
OG map.
It is the OG map. It is exactly
That's what I
kind of
wanted.
spawned all of this battle royale craziness and popularity.
Yeah,
that we
100%, dude.
released
I
now.
wanted
See?
loot spots and
We
bottom
went
left.
Oh,
down,
that has a
we
gold
started with the
AK.
terrain. We got rid of some of the pain points that you had in the first version. We redid all of the assets. And
Yeah, I know,
updated
right when
them
we
so
loaded,
the
like, when they
performance
showed the
is
first one, I was
better,
like,
and
dude.
just the art style and everything is better. So we
Fucking
are
love fighting
super
at this
pumped
hill,
to
dude.
get that out into the hands of both our old players that remember Z1.
Yeah,
who
the
are
colors
excited
are
to
so
see
good.
Z1 gamers, and then all the new players that missed out and they only know
They need to take the
C2.
fog
And
out.
this is something
though.
that you've been wanting to do for a while, and the
Yes.
community's wanted for a while.
Oh,
so
really
it's
looks
taken
good.
now, right?
And it's taken a while, and we wanted to do it right, not fast. And so they'll get it in their hands really shortly, though. It's going to go out in live June 27th.
June 27th?
So just a couple weeks away.
Right,
so we are.
perfect time for
Everything's
that, right?
iconic.
Exactly.
Let's be real.
Yep.
Well, you just touched on this a little bit earlier, but I was wondering.
Bro,
if
that
you could go a
fucking
little more
blade
in
of
depth
grass
into
right there,
the
that's
protection
iconic.
system and how that's going to play out.
Yeah, so on the console, it's really interesting, right?
Thank God they put that blade of grass
Unlike
in.
the PC version, on the console version, when you first land, you only can find what we would call our level 0 gear and
They
weapons.
have
So
to.
you only
That's
can
gonna
find
be
pistols,
disappointing if they don't.
submachine gun and shotgun. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
gonna be
close
really
range.
disappointing.
Now, what happens is throughout the match, we have
'Cause how are we
airdrops
supposed to
that
launch
have
the game
level
after
1
seeing
weapons,
this?
Right.
so level 2 weapons, and finally the level 3 weapons. And so these airdrops across the map, they kind of create these flashpoints and
Nah, I wanna
conflicts
still do the
because everyone's
dumb shit
racing
with
for the better
robots. It's
weapons,
funny as
obviously,
fuck.
right? And then what also happens is you have the smarter players,
Z1 is
or
coming
smart
out on my
players
birthday.
who will kind of camp that. And they'll wait for
Right.
the suckers like me to try to get the better weapons, and they'll just kill me,
Look,
right?
there's some waiting right for me.
Yeah,
It's a trap.
exactly, it's a trap. And so it's a very different dynamic than we have on the PC side.
Sure.
Yeah, because we wanted to make a pure battle royale experience for the console to kind of quicken the
Coach
pace and
Ed.
make sure that's just cut out the fluff. And we also wanted to kind of innovate in that space. And so that kind of forced power progression is something very different.
Are you getting a whole new set of like feedback from all of the new players that are coming in?
Yeah. And a lot of that is they ask for like quality of life.
Oh
features.
my
We
God.
try to give them, like they want a way to swap their weapons in their weapon slot because now they have a weapon wheel. And so we just put that out. They wanted a way to
First-person
drop
gloves.
medical items, so we brought that
Imagine.
out. And the biggest thing that just happened a few days ago is we released what we call the EMP grenade. So cars are super important
On
in
test?
H1, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because the map is huge, it's like the largest map in the BR experience. It's 100 square kilometers. So you need cars
Dude, if
for
that's on
mobility.
test, dude, that's way
But
too
that
long.
tool is really
That's like
powerful, so
2
we needed to
weeks.
give players a way to kind of counter that tool. Hence the EMP grenade. It's it's detonates on impact. It's a generous 10-meter radius and will disable
hope
any
so, dude,
car
'cause
for a
that's
full
2
20
weeks
seconds, which
of
in a shooter
fucking
is
waiting
like
still.
an
And
eternity.
that's not necessarily
Yeah.
like a hard stop, but does your
Oh.
like slow to a roll, or is it a hard stop?
It'll slow to a quick roll.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it'll slow to a quick roll. So that just came out a few days ago, and we're really curious to see how the community reacts to that. So far, it's been like big change for sure, which is really interesting for us. And then we have another thing coming out in the next week or so. We're calling it the airstrike grenade. This is a rare find, but basically you throw it out there, and then a few seconds later, fighter bombers will
Oh,
come zipping
fuck
by
me
and
in
just
the
will carpet
ass.
bomb an area. So
That
Yep.
that seems
Yeah.
that definitely
game
seems
changer.
like that is definitely a game changer,
That's
and
another game
also
changer.
a decision
MP7.
on when the best time to
Absolutely,
use it,
because it's
right?
rare, right? Because you don't want to die not using it.
Right,
Right? That's the worst
But you
thing in
also
the world.
probably want to maximize the effectiveness of
Yep,
it.
yep,
so.
correct.
And you talked a little bit about some of these items coming from drops that are going to differ in level progression. Is
Yes.
that going to be something that is going to be maybe the highest level drop,
The
or is that
airstrike
still an
grenade is.
Easter egg?
The-
Okay,
the
you're
air-
not gonna turn a corner and be
No.
like, oh, drawer,
No,
hey.
exactly. That'll come from
Got
our
it.
level 3 airdrop, the rarest crate, and it itself is kind of rare, so it's not even 100% there.
That's great. New map coming,
Yep.
and you mentioned June, right?
Yep, June 27th.
And you've got, of course, a lot of things that you're changing on the console.
Oh,
And,
yes,
and
yes.
again, congratulations on the success of that.
Thank
Also, just wanted to just touch briefly on the fact that you've got the H1 Pro League going on too.
Oh yes, correct. Yeah. So that's
Jesus
really
Christ.
cool because talk about a hardcore player experience. These guys are just champions at the
Like
PC
the best
game.
of the best.
Oh, just insane. Yeah. These guys are great, and what makes H1Z1 so interesting to me is that as a spectator sport, it's just so easy to digest and understand what's going on. So when you see these pros moving around and rotating and getting the facings that they're trying to get the best angle on their enemies, it's super exciting. Yeah.
I mean, as far as that goes, you are literally seeing the upper echelon of players.
Yeah. These are gods.
Yeah. Do
comes out
you ever have to
in
like
July.
consider that? Wow, you could put something in that for you and me. And I'm sorry if you're a pro. Like,
No.
forgive me, Terrence.
Yeah.
But it's like it helps us feel a little bit more powerful. Feel a
Yeah.
little bit. But then you see, you know, these things like the airstrike grenade or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that in the hands of pros. Do you ever have to look at the game a little bit differently because of the pros?
We definitely
got 2
do.
more
So,
minutes
you know,
left.
we've given them a version of the game, the H1 PL. We've given them a version of the game, and then anything that goes in that they want, you know, it's a discussion with them, right? So we work in conjunction with them to make sure that it's kind of the right choice, both for the normal PC community and what they need.
Right. Right.
I wonder, I mean, with the history of H1Z1, we've had time for a lot of exciting stuff to happen. Has there been any standout moments for you where the players have really impressed you with how they interact with the game?
Oh, there's always exciting things where people will pull shots off that are just insane. That I'm like, how did
Me and
you do
Ethan
that? That's
fucking
just
climbing
crazy.
trees.
And just that's the fun thing about H1Z1 and in the battle royale is just you just never know what can happen, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And
players are so clever.
I mean, my probably favorite part about it is that even your 10,000th game is as fun as the first game.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
it's probably more
Yeah.
fun because you're
Yeah.
trying to figure out
know
what the
what
heck
to
to do. But the fact that every single gaming experience is different, depending on whether
Yep.
you're playing alone or
Yep,
with
yep,
friends,
yep,
and
yep.
it's definitely one of the things
Yeah.
I really appreciate.
That is
definitely.
a quick question. When you bring this over to PlayStation, will the interaction between players still be the same as far as proximity voice, things like that?
So on the console version, we don't have prox chat right now. We only have team chat. So that's the only interaction that we have on the console.
Good. That's
Yeah.
a little more fun for me. I like that.
Terrence, thank you so much for
pleasure.
stopping by. Real quickly,
Yeah.
whether it's PC or on the PS4, what's the quickest way to be hopping in and getting in on some H1Z1 action?
Well, I would say follow us on Twitter, at H1Z1, and then for the PlayStation 4, just go to the store and just
And
look
just
for it.
download
Just
it?
download it. It's free.
Awesome. Terrence, thank you so much for stopping by here during E3 2018. Appreciate it. We've got a ton more coming at you. Don't go away. We'll be right back.